Are you tired of selling your cards on eBay, creating the listing, taking the pictures, front, back, shipping, non-paying bidders? Let the pros at Fanatics Marketplace do all of the work for you. I do. That's why I use Fanatics for my vaulting and for my selling. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN, and tell them that Cajun Cardboard sent you, and let the pros do the rest at Fanatics Marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and I am bringing you the July Fanatics Collect. Yes, the brand name has changed. It is no longer PWCC. I don't know how many times I'm going to screw that up, but this is the July Fanatics Collect Premier Auction. There's only 22 cards, so don't blink. This is going to be a blur, although it is going to be a delicious blur with a bunch of insane grails. The first card we're going to look at, again, if you're going to submit any cards to these Fanatics Collect Premier or even the weekly auction or the Buy Now Marketplace, please consider using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. That is the only way that you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel at the moment, other than buying a Michael Jordan hierarchy poster. So keep that in mind. I'd love the support. Also, I need to get more intentional about this. I'm a bad content creator, but please hit the subscribe button. If you watch these videos and you like these auction recaps and you just like basketball and basketball card collecting, hit the subscribe video. It truly helps me with YouTube and the YouTube algorithm, and I'll be most appreciative if you can do that. So let's quick share screen here. Let's start with sort of a sad story. This guy is about the most forgotten dude in the entire NBA. This guy's name is Giannis Antetokounmpo, otherwise known as the Greek Freak. This is his best silver PSA 10 from 2013 Panini Prism. It sold for $7,800. I am going to show you a very sad chart. He's a two-time MVP. He won a title. He dropped a 50-burger in the closeout game. He's everything you would ever want in a pro athlete on and off the court, and he is getting destroyed. I don't know what else to say about it. Over the last 2 years, this not really exactly easy to find PSA 10 silver prism is down 56% from a little over 18,000, 19,000, all the way down to the lowest sale in the last 2 years, 19 consecutive sales. This is the lowest, the worst. It's the bottom. Are we going to go down from here? I don't know, but it sold last night for $7,800. Part of me wants to just go buy 5 of these, sell a bunch of cards, sell some LeBrons or sell some duplicate cards and just go buy 5 of these and just sit on them, because good Lord, this card is significantly down from its all-time high, which was, oh my gosh, are you sitting down for this? $42,930. So now you are at better than a 5-for-1 discount from the peak, and I know that's not really the best way to gauge what a card is or where it's going, but still kind of crazy to think about. The 2019 Exquisite Collection 03 Rookie Tribute Luka Doncic patch auto. Remember, this is not his, he's wearing this gym shirt. It's not a Dallas Mavericks, but it does have a really cool looking patch in the middle for whatever it's worth. I guess R stands for rookie. I'm not really sure. It is serial number to 99. It is a minimum gym, and it sold for $8,700. Next on our page, you've got something that's really rare. So this is a, it doesn't get any rarer than 1 of 1. So duh, Cajun, that goes without saying. The 97 Stadium Club Team of the 90s printing plate, and it's a 1 of 1, and it sold for $9,300. It's slabbed authentic. I'm not sure why grade would even matter anyway, or how you would grade a printing plate, but this 1 of 1 authentic printing plate of the Stadium Club Team of the 90s. The Team of the 90s, of course, was the Sacramento Kings. No, I'm just kidding. It was the Chicago Bulls, and so if you look close enough and you squint, you can actually see, Pippen and Jordan and those folks in the card. $9,300 for this card right here. Next on our list, an 86-star Michael Jordan. This is the future. This is one of my favorite cards from the 10-card 1986-star Michael Jordan, full Michael Jordan 1 through 10 subset. It's called The Future, and I just think that's a cool name. It's badass. It's my favorite rapper as well. This autographed, in-person autographed Jordan 86-star card sold for $12,600. Next, we've got a horizontal green parallel Luka Doncic rookie card BGS 9, serial number to only 5, with a 10 for the autograph. $13,200. This is a Pop 3. Only one BGS 9.5 exists. This seems to me like a low sale. I'm not looking it up in Card Ladder because all these parallels and autographs are kind of tricky to find, especially when they're this low pop. But this seems a little bit cheap to me. I know that 99 is the big deal, and we're about to see a 99 coming up. And by the way, stay tuned till the end because we're about to look at 3 Jordan rookie cards in the three of the highest grades with some interesting diversified results. Next, we've got an Upper Deck Trilogy Duo Marks. I've never seen this card from 2005 Upper Deck Trilogy. It's called Duo Marks, and it's Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Ever heard of them? It is jersey number 6, which is relevant for obvious reasons. It's serial numbered to only 25, and this BGS 9.5 with a 10 autograph sold for $13,800. There's a couple of really cool LeBron Jordan dual autos in this premier auction. Remember, there's only 22 cards, so a lot of eyeballs on these cards. We'll see how they do. We'll start pulling some of these up in Card Ladder in just a sec, starting with this one, a card that many of you are very familiar with. Obviously, this will be the first of 3 86 Fleer Jordans that we look at, including a BGS 9.5 coming up and a PSA 10 as well. Any auction would be, remiss if it didn't include a Jordan 86 Fleer PSA 10 because those sell freaking every month, more than once a month now for whatever reason. I'm going to go on record, and I've looked at this particular card. I've looked at probably by now thousands, if not the 10,000 1986 Fleer Jordan rookie cards doing these auction recaps or just buying and selling and looking to buy and sell. This is a terrible 9. I'm sorry, I don't know any other way to say it. I always try to tell the truth on the channel. It is noticeably off-center left to right. There's noticeable edge wear on the right side, but there's really noticeable edge wear on the left side of the card on the border. And when it's a red and a blue border like this, and you've got the white fraying in the edge wear, it's just unmistakable and difficult to miss. The corners do look pretty good to me, but the centering is noticeably bad left to right, and then the edge wear is glaring. So I don't think it's a great 9, and that might have something to do, like there's another 9, and the edges look much, much better on that one. But here's your chart. Down 7.6% over the last 1 month. Again, it's a Pop 29.92. Here's why I say it's a bad sale, because we say it's down 7.6%, but remember, in Card Ladder, when multiple cards of the same grade, same card, same grade, sell in one night, you take the average, and for whatever reason, what am I looking at here? Why are they averaging that for the 18th when I only see one sale on the 18th? They, for some reason, took an average here. Even though one of these, the eBay one sold on the 19th and this one sold on the 18th, it seems like there should be 2 data points here, but there's not. So whatever reason, they took the sale in Fanatics Collect last night, and then they took the sale on eBay apparently early this morning. Maybe it was after midnight, maybe it just pulled together. They added them up, they averaged them, and the average sale was $18,850. But if you click View All Sales, you'll see this one sold on July 19th, this one sold on July 18th. Nevertheless, the one that did sell on the Fanatics Premier sold for $16,200. That is a really, really low sale, so that's not a good result there. And again, I think it's part of the reason is it's just not a great PSA 9. Not all PSA 9s are the same, just like not all whatever else grades are the same. Dual autograph, 2008 Upper Deck Premier head-to-head LeBron James Kobe Bryant patch auto. This is serial number to 25. It's got a super happy LeBron James and a super intense Kobe Bryant. Whoa, isn't that a tale of two stories right there? On-card autograph for both of them, BGS 8. This card sold for $17,400. Next, we got Kobe's flagship, man. This is his rookie card. This is if you're a chromium person, if you're a silver or a shiny guy, this is the Kobe rookie that you want with the great Rasho Nesterovic trying to block the shot. This 96 Chrome Refractor Kobe is a PSA 9, but the color is what matters the most. I'm going to click into it. I don't do this often because it slows me down, but I love the color on this one, okay? So usually you'll see some greening on his arm and on his right shin and then on Rasho Nesterovic's back calf. You always see it. But this one does $17,400. I think the color looks great. It's in an old PSA label. That matters to some people. What matters to me the most is the color. And then, of course, the centering is inescapable, and the centering on this one looks pretty damn good to me. This PSA 9 sold for $17,400.
$17,400. So here's another example of a 9. I think that the coloring on this one is not nearly as good as the one on Fanatics. So there you go for the card ladder example. The Fanatics one is much better. Nevertheless, this card is a pop 288. It sold last night for $17,400. A touchdown from the last sale of $17,690, but up from the 3 comps prior to that. So overall, this is the 3rd highest of the last 9 comps, which is a pretty good result for Kobe collectors. Anytime you see green for Kobe over the last year, something good is happening. So it's a Kobe card, in a market where most Kobe cards are shouldn't say crashing, but certainly, let's say, correcting. This one did really well last night, in my personal opinion, $17,400 after the buyer's premium was included. And then right next to it, $600 more, we've got a 1981 Topps Larry Bird second year PSA 10, and it sells for $18,000. I wanted to show you how not rare this card is, but how tough it is to get in a PSA 10. So PSA and Beckett together have graded almost 12,000 of these things, right? So there's plenty of those cards out there. But look at these insane gem rates. 0.6 for PSA, 0.6 for Beckett. Just needle in a haystack type stuff. So if you sent in, 100 of them, you need to send in about 180. You'll get one PSA 10 on average. It's something like that. I don't know. I did some quick math. That may or may not be right. I don't know. We're somewhere around there. 18,000 last night. Obviously, if you drop down to a PSA 9, it's a $530 card. So big disparity based on grade. Here's what your chart looks like over the last 1 year for this super rare card in PSA 10. Again, pop, what did we say? Pop 68. Damn. Okay. So the rookie, I think, is pop like 27 or something like that, or 30 or somewhere around there. But second year here, and there's another second year card, an in-action card, but this is just the base card, number 4 in the set. Down 37% over the last year, but 2 consecutive good sales. So it's got, there's a little bit of a story to this graph, right? You see we were way up here, 28.8, 27.5, dropped down to 18. That's the big drop right there. 9,000 down, then it kind of meanders in a decently reasonable range. Then it drops all the way down to 13.3, and then the last 2 sales in a row have been upward ticks. And so good sign there as it points towards a promising future for this card. Next on our list, we're going to move up to the next row, and it's the usual suspect, the 1969 Topps Basketball Kareem / Lou Alcindor rookie PSA 10 at a Power Memorial High School and a UCLA Bruin. And, of course, a legendary Milwaukee Buck and Laker. This Kareem, Lou Alcindor, PSA 8 does $18,600. There's your card. Pop 174. This is sort of the last grade that a mere mortal can afford, okay? Because watch what happens when you jump from PSA 8. I guess you could go 8.5, but watch what happens when you jump from PSA 8 to PSA 9. Bang! That's going to be a Ferrari, please. $192,000 last sale back in May of 2023. So PSA 8's the pond that we're swimming in today in this Fanatics Collect Premier auction, down 41%. So this vintage card is getting beat up pretty bad. It's a pop 174 over the last 2 years. Damn, down 41%. This was not, I repeat, a very good sale. This is probably one of the 4 or 5 lowest out of the last 30 sales, so this one did not do well. Again, I haven't mentioned this, but I have to wonder if the fact that the National is next week, right? This is ending 3-4 days before the National begins, maybe 5 days before the National begins. Are people just sort of hodling their money? Are they sort of keeping that cash in their pockets because they want to walk around the National floor and get deals done and be a mover and a shaker? You don't want to spend all your cash on these whales here. Of course, the people that are bidding on these cards probably have FU money, deep pockets, and they don't really care because they're still going to pull cash out and go to the National. I don't know, but I tend to stay away, and this is, me as an affiliate partner with Fanatics Collect and as a proponent of these weekly and premier auctions, just calling it like I see it. I don't have any cards selling in the weekly or the premier right now because I just think the timing is bad because I think fewer eyeballs, fewer potential buyers means lower prices, and we've seen some of that so far. But let's keep going. Let's see if it changes. Another dual autograph, LeBron and Jordan, 2008 Upper Deck Premier pairing, serial number to 25. This BGS 9 does 21,000. That's a pop 7 card. And then I thought this was a very interesting card. I want to click in here and look at it. This is a 1-of-1 dual autograph. The card's authentic, but it's a PSA 10 for the autograph, and it's Jordan and LeBron. So the second dual Jordan LeBron autograph we've seen. This card does $28,200. I don't do autographs, people, but this is one I can get with right here. This is one I can definitely get with. This is a big-time card. And remember, in the premier auction, every single one of these cards has a video. If you're just not sure or you want to take a closer look, there is a creepy ass dude who's probably got kids chained to a water heater in his basement wearing these white gloves, dealing with the card, flipping it around, almost molesting the card. I think we can all agree. But if you want to get a closer look, you've always got these white glove videos in the background. I've been suggesting maybe put on some Michael Jackson gloves with a little sequin, but to no avail so far. I don't have as much pull at Fanatics Collect as I thought I did, but you're going to have to deal with the white gloves. At least it's not black rubber gloves. That would be even creepier. Moving along, next row, we've got a 1986 Fleer, BGS 9.5, Michael Jordan, card number 57. This is a minimum gem. Let's look at this card, and then let's compare it to the PSA 9. This is a far, far, far superior specimen. I like saying the word specimen. It's a little disturbing, but it keeps people on their toes when you're referring to cards. This specimen is a 9.5 min gem with a 9 for the surface. I love the centering on this card. You can see the edges don't have the whitening that PSA 9 did, and that's the reason it sold for about 12 grand more. This BGS 9.5 sold for $30,600, but I've got news for you. That is also a terrible sale because it is way, way, way down. That is the lowest sale for a BGS 9.5 in the last 6 sales over the last 3 months. Not a rare card, pop 542. Let's pan out to 6 months. That is not the lowest, but it's down there, man. 30,000 is not good for a BGS 9.5, even for a min gem, especially a min gem with a 9.5 centering that looks as clean as this one. Over the last year, it's only down 10%. Over the last 2 years, it's down 37%. Again, it just depends on your starting point as well. But if you look at the graph, there's a reason this looks like a fat guy on an EK. Man, my lights just went out in my office. Move around. Okay, my motion detector went off. I thought with all the movement, animation, and excitement that maybe my lights would stay on. They didn't. I'm here in the office on a Friday morning before anybody gets to my office trying to crank this out because I'm screaming and I've got the door closed, so hopefully nobody hears me. But people will start trickling in at some point. I'm having fun. 2 years, there's your graph right there, down 37%. So not a great sale here, but it looks like a fat guy on an EK, on a treadmill because, there's subgrades, man. And so sometimes it'll be a Gem Plus Plus, sometimes it'll be a Min Gem with a non-centering. And so it's almost like having 2, 3, maybe even 4 grades within one BGS 9.5. And that's why you get the crazy undulations. But if you go back and you look at maybe like a PSA 9, it's going to look like that. Right? It doesn't look the same. It's completely different. That looks almost flat. The BGS 9.5 looks like that. You know what I mean? Let's see what the well, we're going to look at it in a second. All right, so let's get back to the basics here. Let's get back to our list. We're done with the BGS 9.5. We've got a Tyrese Halliburton with a really cool Sacramento patch. This is his Panini Flawless Platinum 1-of-1 rookie patch auto BGS 9.5 min gem with a 10 autograph. This Halliburton does $30,600. We do have a Anthony Edwards. I wish I can get these cards. An Anthony Edwards 2020 National Treasures, serial number 99. This is what they call the true RPA. Call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it what people tend to refer to it as. Hang on, let me get some. I went with the orange monster today. I just felt like C4. I don't know. I feel more acidic, a little more kind of gastroesophageal reflux issues, more acidic. I went with the a little more tame orange monster this morning. I'm not sure what y'all's breakfast energy drink of choice is. It should be none. That's for sure. But I need energy. I got to do these videos. So this true RPA Anthony Edwards BGS 9 does $36,000. By the way, can you tell how excited I am for the National next week? I'm so thrilled. I'm bringing Cajun Jr. We're jumping in the car. We decided I've canceled my plane tickets. I decided we're going to drive 17 hours from the great state of Louisiana, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, all the way up to Cleveland, Ohio. It'll never be the same after 2 Cajuns roll in there and kick ass at the show. He's going to be my cameraman. I'm not going to do a bunch of bullshit. I'm not going to do a bunch of silly, goofy let's make a deal or dollar trade up crap. I'm going to interview a bunch of people. I want everybody out there that watches my channel to get the pulse of the National, just kind of get the feeling. If you can't make it, which is, it's depressing. I wish we could all get there, but some of you guys are not going to be able to get there. I want you guys to feel what the show's like. Hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some great content coming back from the National. I'm going to do some really cool stuff I don't think anybody's ever done. We're going to look at all of the best dealer tables there. I'm going to pan on their showcase, and then we're going to talk to them and ask them what makes their showcase special, what it is they like about the National. And then every single person that watches this channel, I want you to stop me when you see me at the National so we can impress my son and let him know that I do have a big mouth and that 50-year-olds do have some worth on planet Earth, or at least in the hobby we do. And I want to ask you guys 3 quick bullet point questions about who you are. If you do watch the channel and you are a subscriber, tell me who you are, what you collect, what's your favorite card, what's the card you're looking for at the National, where'd you travel from, what's your Instagram page. And I want to kind of meet and greet all the folks that have supported the channel so much and chosen to hit that subscribe button or contribute to the channel in one way or another with the promo code or the posters or just hitting the damn like button on this video is a helpful contribution to the channel as well. Moving along. So the Anthony Edwards we got for $36,000 right here. I think I pulled that one up. Here it is. There's the Anthony Edwards, and the next card we're going to look at is the Luka Doncic. If there's 2 bigger prospects than those 2 guys, then it has to be Victor Wembanyama. But other than that, it's these 2 guys. These are the 2 dudes. These dudes are can't miss. We've seen enough of a sample size to know these dudes are going, man. They're going after the damn ring, and these guys are going to get one, I think. They're going to get damn close and die trying if they don't. Here's your Anthony Edwards after a 2-year period, 28.5. That's really not super relevant. I want to go to more 6 months because this is the run-up to this year's NBA playoffs. And so you'll see there's a little bit of a run-up. Again, there's only 36 of these, so you can't have a huge sample size. But you'll see the card was down in the 24 range, jumped all the way to 40 as the playoffs began, and we started to see Anthony Edwards kick some ass and gain some traction, and the Wolves actually had a chance. And so now this was before they got knocked out. This is after they got knocked out. Obviously, it's from last night, July 18th. And over that 2-month span, it only dropped about $4,000. And so I think that's a good indication. I think that's an indication that people are like, you know what, Anthony Edwards is a collectible player. We're here to stay. We weren't just speculating on Anthony Edwards winning the title and then looking to flip. We're here to stay. And so that, you would see with most players, you'd see a much, much larger drop-off on a card like this. But, here we are. The Paris Olympics are right around the corner. We'll see if Team USA can put it all together. They look strong so far. Let's see if they can close it out. Moving along, the next one is the Luka Doncic. So $36,000 for Anthony Edwards. Let's go ahead and bump that 33%, even though it's in a lower grade for Luka Doncic. So Luka's still on a completely different level than Anthony Edwards. Price-wise, it looks like Luka's is a pop 11 in a BGS 8.5, but what really matters is how many are higher, right? Here's what's curious. I wonder if more than 99 have been graded. Yes, more than 99 have been graded. What's that? What's this voodoo? What's this Cajun voodoo you speak of? How could you grade a 99, serial number to 99 card more than 99 times? Well, people are cracking and resubbing and playing the crack and resub game, and that's why the card amongst PSA, Beckett, and SGC, and for God's sakes, who in their right mind would grade this beautiful specimen with CSG? Somebody did. That's 3, that's 90. That is 114 times this serial number to 99 card has been graded. So you can take this pop report and shove it in your caboose. Here's what the graph looks like over the last 2 years. This thing in 8.5 has only sold 3 times, flat as a fritter. So 46.8 down to 40. Nice bounce back here to 48. So this was way back in 2023. This is what happens when a card doesn't sell quite as often. It actually stabilizes a little bit, right? And maybe even runs. So this card's up a 2.56% over the last 2 years. Again, pop 11. All right, next we got an exquisite number pieces LeBron 1010. This card does 50,400. There's your card, right? So this is interesting. This exact card, same cert number, has accounted. It's only a pop 2. So this exact card sold for 51,600 on Heritage in 2022. It sold last night for 50,400, so only $1,200 lower on Fanatics Premier in 2024. So over a 2-year period, period, the card has stayed relatively flat, right? That's a win in the LeBron James world. And anybody who collects LeBron James will tell you that. That's a win. This is the second highest price ever paid for this card in any grade, next to the same card selling for, $1,200 more on Heritage. The 1999 Upper Deck Final Floor Jordan Patch Auto, serial number 23, PSA 10. PSA 10, I love it because it's hand numbered down here in the bottom right corner. And here, let's zoom in here because I think this is a pretty cool card. Again, I'm not an autograph collector, but I know a beautiful card when I see one, so let's appreciate it. Y'all want to see some creep? There you go. There's Creep City right there. Look at that. Look at how he fondles the edges, stroking the corners, just lathering up the surface of the slab, gazing into the eyes of Jordan about to throw a chest pass. Get out of here, white gloves. Let's go back. All right, here it is. Sold for $50,400. So half a century mark right there. That's a Pop 1 card, folks. There's only one out there. And you dirty son of a gun, you know who won that card. Congratulations to the buyer on that card. And here we are down to the final three. We've got three cards left. The first is a 2022 Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Love triple logo man 1 of 1 from the beautiful, wonderful, highly sought after, flawless product. $60,000 for this triple logo man. And then we take a huge step up, $39,900 more dollars. And we've got a 2003 Exquisite Collection limited logos Michael Jordan serial number to 75. I have always said this, if I ever got into Exquisite and started buying Michael Jordan post-playing year cards, the limited logos would be the apple of my eye. It would be the number one insert in Exquisite that I would chase, and I would always start with first year Exquisite, which is the year 2003. It does not get any better from an eye appeal standpoint than this damn card. This is freaking beautiful. A great 3-color patch. A great autograph. Here we go. It's as good as it gets, y'all. I don't know what else to say about it. But here's your graph. In a 2-year period where the hobby has hit the reset button and many cards have come back to earth, this card has decided I'm going to go from 46.8, and then in 2023 I'm going to jump to 69,000, the sexiest price ever. And then from February 16, 2023, here we are about 16 months later, and this bad boy is going to it's going to go up to 99,000. So we're pushing the century mark. If we look at the all-time for the BGS 9, that's what your graph looks like. That's a Michael Jordan graph if I've ever seen one. We see it all the time with the inserts and the parallels. We see it all the time with PSA 10s. Well, guess what? This is a BGS 9, and this card is off to the races. That is a humongous sale right there. Congrats to the seller, but more congrats to the buyer because you just picked up a card for the ages, a really, really important, really big card. I am curious to see what we're dealing with here. This card is, BGS is the grading company of choice for this card. As you can see, 72 graded by Beckett, 3 graded by PSA. You wonder if maybe some of that has to do with when the cards were graded. BGS was much bigger back in 2003, and anybody who pulled one of these out of a pack would probably have leaned towards BGS, but at the very least would have graded it, right? And so that's why you'll see so many more BGS than PSA. The PSA 9, it looks like sold for $656,000. Am I reading that correctly? Holy crap. That seems a bit extreme. That seems like a pretty big multiplier. What? When did that happen? That had to be in 2021. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Welcome to 2021. That says $780,000. Somebody paid $780,000 for a PSA 9. God, I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing at the person, only a little bit. They're rich, they can deal with it. Somebody paid $780,000 for the PSA 9 in 2021. Last night, somebody just bought the BGS 9, which is the same damn card, for $99,000. So welcome to the hobby in 2024, and enjoy the flashback to 2021 when all hell broke loose. Fun times back then, fun times now. Fun times then, fun times now. Hobby's fun. 1986 Fleer PSA 10, Michael Jordan. Ever heard of it? Oftentimes you'll find one of these in this particular grade at the top of an auction here or there. It's selling too often. I say it all the time. I keep hearing that somebody's got 100 of them. Well, then why the hell are we seeing one sell more than once a month? We're going to look at the graph. This sold for $192 last night. Is that good or bad? It depends on your perspective, and it depends on when you bought in, right, I guess. But that's actually down from the last 1, 2, 3, 4 sales. So $292 was a little bit of an aberration. We never could really figure that out, and we wondered where we would be going after that. I did want to show you the 2-year graph because we're going to kind of hone in on this. So the 86 Fleer PSA 10 over the last 2 years, flat as it gets, even with last night's down sale of $192. Over the last 1 year, again, we're working on starting points, and this starting point is a PWCC sticker, so it's going to make your graph look very red, down 13%. But if you look at the graph, you can see the graph's relatively flat, right? We're talking about small margins here, and then if we look at maybe the last 6 months, again, starting point is everything, and we just missed the 372 sale. Wow, what the hell was going on right there? Let's probably do this. Let's look at the last 3 months. All right, that's a little bit better. You got this anomaly 292 sale in there, and this looks a little bit more kind of digestible, but nevertheless, it is down from the last 2, which were over 200. So last 3, sorry. So 292, 207, 198. Sorry, I thought it was over 200, but my eyes deceived me. And then 192. Let's see where the next one goes. Is it a good copy? Is it a bad copy? I don't know. Let's look at it together, and we can look at it. Obviously, it's better than the PSA 9 we looked at. Centering looks pretty good. Am I crazy? Is this on the slab, perhaps? Or is this, unless it's on my screen, it's not on my screen, is there not a little white fisheye right there in the blue, just to the left of the yellow border? Look where my cursor is. Am I crazy? Let's look at Creepy Hands, see if we can see it on our video. I see it, guys. I can see it over there in the little creepy area. I wish we could, can we make this? Let me see if I can. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now watch. I want to show you something. I knew it. Look at that fisheye right there. Can you guys see that? Y'all are, you're like, Cajun, what's wrong with you? You can't even see that. You're 50 years old and you got bad vision to begin with from law school. Well, I'm telling you guys, if I'm in the market, right, let's say I had 200 to blow and I'm looking to pick up an 86 Fleer PSA 10 Jordan, that matters, man. That really matters. I think the centering on this is banging. It's a phenomenal centering. I've got this thing blown up about as much as possible. That's what she said. Look at the centering. The centering looks great left to right. Looks great top to bottom. I'm going to assume, this is considered a surface issue. That's a fisheye. There's no way around it. If you don't know what a fisheye is, it's a little white dot that's on cards that usually were printed in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. That just kind of was a printing defect. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, folks. And by the way, now's a good time to mention, if you ever want to know what just happened here? Oh, because I forgot I zoomed in here. If you ever want to know how to spot a fake Michael Jordan card, I've got a great video where I stole the information from a bunch of websites on the internet and sort of kind of talk you through a bunch of different ways to spot a fake Michael Jordan, just to make sure you don't buy one. And if you think you're buying, safely with a PSA or a BGS or an SGC, don't assume that. Do your own research. I've got a great video on my channel. If you just search fake Michael Jordan card, it'll probably come up, or just the word fake, in my videos, you'll probably pull it up. But there's some great resources online as well, just on how to spot a fake Michael Jordan card. There is no more faked card in the history of mankind than the 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan number 57. That's a fact. There are other cards that were faked quite often, but none more so than this 86 Fleer Michael Jordan card. But that's it, guys. That's your video. I don't know what happened with our pictures here, but it is what it is. We've got Jordan, we've got LeBron. We've got Jordan, we've got LeBron, Love, and Kyrie on that triple logo, man. And we've got Jordan, we've got LeBron, we've got Doncic. Boy, we're royalty so far. Anthony Edwards and Halliburton, the two prospects, sneak in for the first time. And then we've got Jordan, and then we've got Jordan and LeBron. So Blue Bloods at the top, folks. We're talking about first ballot, all-time GOAT type players at the top of this July Fanatics Premier Auction. Let me know what cards surprised you. The general consensus was I felt like cards were a little bit down in this one, and I don't know. Tell me if I'm crazy. I don't want to call it a national hangover. It's almost like a pre-hangover where people are just trying to conserve and retain that cash and retain that liquidity. So when they walk the floor in Cleveland, they can make it rain. Everybody wants to do some things and be active and buy a lot at the national national, and so I think maybe people are kind of clinching a little bit tighter to their spending money so they can come in with deep pockets at the National in Cleveland. Again, I can't wait to get up there. I'm going to be up there Tuesday through Saturday night. We're driving back early Sunday morning. So I've got Tuesday, let's say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I got 4 full days walking the floor. My knees and back aren't going to make it. I'm going to do my best. So if you see me, grab me, introduce yourself to me. I can't wait to see you guys up there. I hope you guys have a great week in and out of the hobby. You will get a PWCC weekly auction recap on Monday, which is a great time to remind you, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. There's a bell icon somewhere on your screen. I don't know how that works. Hit it. That way you get a notification when the Monday Fanatics Collect weekly auction recap drops. It's usually early the morning after on Monday morning, because those weekly auctions end on Sunday. And so just like you're getting this the early morning, the day after this premier auction finished, you're going to get the weekly auction early Monday morning before I get in a car and Cajun Jr. and I drive up to Cleveland. So pray for me, safe travels. I can't wait to spend 7 straight days with my second oldest son in the car and get to meet you guys and see you guys and shake hands and kiss babies at the National. It's going to be fun, man. I got a lot of stuff on the calendar, a lot of evening things. I'm excited about some trade nights. I'm actually excited to get to the soccer expo thingy. I don't really understand it, but I think it's off-site in a different place. So you soccer card collectors out there, do your research on that. I'm going to go over there and be like a fly on the wall and learn from some of these great soccer collectors. But I'll be looking to pick up Jordan hierarchy cards while I'm there. I want to know in the comments below which cards surprised you the most from this auction. Did any of them go higher or lower than you expected? And if I got anything wrong, forgive me. I talk really fast. I do drink a lot of energy drinks, so who knows what's coming out of my mouth. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.